Record. Okay. Unmute your speaker or increase voice volume to hear other participants. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, good deal. Awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to get going. My name is Tanya Stewart. I am a Sapphire Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I've been with the company for 10 years. And tonight I'm going to share my story with you about parts of what this journey has done for me and my family. The reason you've been invited to listen to this or to hop on here tonight is because somebody cares enough about you to recognize that this is going to benefit your life in a huge way. It can be small, $300 to $500 extra dollars in your pocket this month alone and in the coming months, so you can maintain that or you can grow that. So what we wanted to do was bring 3 people on tonight that would share what they've experienced in this journey, because from the outside looking in, oftentimes people are like, oh, heck no, I could never do that. Oh my gosh, it just, all the discomfort comes to light, right? And so we want to help take that away from you and for you to be able to see that you too can absolutely alleviate difficulties in your financial situation, which pretty much everyone is having right now, by just getting a little uncomfortable for a little bit of time so you can learn the things that become comfortable, and then you won't be sitting in a uncomfortable place in your finances. So short-term discomfort to learn something new for long-term comfort all day long in your life. It's pretty nice. All right, Megan is going to kick us off tonight. Megan just started sharing our products not too long ago, so I'll let you go, Megan.
Hi, my name's Megan Nolan. I have been with Plexus since June of this year. I started sharing at the end of July, and when I started, and my best friend mentioned sharing with friends, I was a huge skeptic. Let me hear from you in the chat if you are a skeptic. Just type in the word skeptic down in the chat box. When I first like, I even do this? What if I fail? But what I found was that my fears were completely unwarranted. People want people want what we have. They are struggling silently. So it is just a matter of us reaching out and not worrying about who will say yes and who will say no. There will be yeses and there will be nos. But these people who say yes, they will thank you forever for being a blessing in their lives. Since I started sharing 2 months ago, I have made $883. Not only have I been able to pay for my products, but products for my kids. On top of that, it has allowed me to put gas in my car and buy groceries. I've ranked advanced twice and working on my 3rd by the end of this month. Although I started sharing my products to get my products paid for, I am committed to adding the extra income to start saving for a house for me and my kids. Tonight, we have a $10 Amazon gift card for one lucky winner. Tell us what an extra $500 could do for you and your family this month.
So go ahead and put that in the chat. Anyone on the call can go ahead and do that. An extra $300 to $500 could do for you and your family this month. We'll be giving away a nice little $10 gift card. Thank you for sharing, Megan. I really appreciate it. You are just a little spitfire, and we love having you on the team.
You're welcome.
Caitlin is up next. Sorry, I have 2 Caitlins that I'm working with right now, and one of them goes by Katie. So Caitlin, I'm just going to spin it right to you so we, are efficient here. Go ahead and tell a little bit about your journey.
So my journey into Plexus was a little different than the average person. When I found Plexus, I had already been very invested and passionate about health and wellness. And it stemmed from my mom being diagnosed with cancer 13 years prior, and she was able to heal her cancer naturally without chemo and radiation. And the doctors told her that would be impossible. She would be dead in 6 months if she did that route. And she's now healed 13 years later. It opened my eyes to see the power of really fueling your body with the right things. And so that began my journey into health and wellness 13 years ago, until I started experiencing my own stomach issues. And I thought I knew everything about gut health, and I had to humble myself. And I reached out to a Facebook group of healthy minded mamas that I was in, asking them for advice on how to help kill off yeast overgrowth in the gut, because I knew that was what I was dealing with. 3 different moms all said, you have to try the Plexus probiotics. You have to get on the Plexus gut system. I couldn't believe that after 13 years of being so in love and passionate and invested in health and wellness, I had never heard of this company called Plexus. So 2 years ago, I dove headfirst into studying everything about Plexus. Now, for me, my standards were already very high with health and wellness, and I was quick to write off any company. I had multiple friends try and tell me, you'd be my dream business partner, come join me on my team. And I would log into their company website and say, sorry, I can't support you. First ingredient, I don't agree with. So I was quickly ready to write off this company, and every single ingredient, every single product I studied, I was blown away. It was everything that I had studied for 13 years, they knew and they had on paper. And I dove headfirst, and I was eager to start this gut system. Well, 3 weeks in, my entire digestive system was changed. My whole gut system was changed. I couldn't believe how well these products worked. Now, again, 13 years of trying different supplements, different probiotics. I couldn't believe how well these products actually said and did what they advertised. So even though I had skepticism still, and I told the person that introduced me to them, I want nothing to do with the business at all. I couldn't help but tell everyone around me how powerful these products were and how they actually did what they said they did. And within a week, without sharing anything on my social media, I had 5 people ready to try these products. And the joke was, well, if Caitlin approves of these products, then we don't even need to study them. And so I kind of had already built that platform. But for me, when I quickly realized that this could be a huge business opportunity, is when I realized that all of these people I shared with were receiving the same healing benefits that I was receiving. And there was no convincing that needed to be done. There was no brainwashing and sales tactics that needed to be done. These people were naturally finding healing, and it became such a natural process. So 2 years in, I'm now senior Ruby, and my husband is Ruby, ranked underneath me. I'm aiming to hit Emerald in May. And with the Emerald rank comes a Lexus paid for by the company, a trip to Maui with me and my husband, which would be amazing with 3 and 5-year-old at home, the possibility of a 6-figure income. And I'm telling you, I have a 3 and 5-year-old at home that are very busy, no nanny, no maid. And if I can do it, then truly anyone can do it. And the products just sell themselves. That's what I've always said. When people see how incredible they feel on these products, they can't help but want to tell everyone the freedom that is found in these products. So with that said, if there's a fear that you are facing of wanting to share these products, but it's preventing you from sharing, go ahead and share that in the message box below for a chance to win a $10 Target gift card, because honestly, just conquering that fear of man is what takes us to the next level in all phases of our life.
Good job, Caitlin. Thank you for sharing. That's wonderful. We call that an accidental business in this company, by the way, you guys. And there's lots of people who end up with accidental 6-figure and multiple 6-figure businesses just because they have a passion for helping other people. And I think that's so inherent in all of us as women in general, is to help somebody. And when you can apply that same nurturing skill with a compensation plan and a product that is as effective as what we have at Plexus, that's when you end up really freeing yourself from a lot of financial burdens, providing yourself and your family with a heck of a lot of time, flexibility, and just opening up a lot of doors for new opportunities for your life. That is what, in a nutshell, network marketing, but especially within the confines of Plexus with the type of product that we have, that's what you're able to do for yourself. Now, some of you were invited just to earn like $300 to $500. Some of you that will be listening to this after tonight, that's what you're thinking about, and that is totally fine. But if you can imagine, like Caitlin is about to go roughly around the six-figure a year mark, and I'm going to share my story where I am sitting at, well, in the last 3 months, and this is pretty much what I've been doing, and I'm planning on rank advancing again in March. But I just calculated this because somebody did a post where she's like, I've brought in $30,000 these last 3 months. And I was like, huh, wonder what I've done. So I actually just calculated it, and it was well over $40,000 in the last 3 months. And, nowadays, I think people, if they could do that, would be like, yes, how do we do that? Because so many of I don't know if people realize this, but like the average PhD person holding a PhD makes $119,000 a year as a male and $87,000 a year as a female. We are blowing the socks out of that in terms of income, and yet you're able to stay at home, work from your phone, work from anywhere in the world. Like, these are some of the opportunities that apply inside of this industry. Okay, now I'm down to 1 minute to share my story. Give me 2 minutes. I'll get you off here at 8:16. Okay, so I started out in 2013. I actually had 13 cents in my bank account about a month before I found this business. It's a long story, but I had a major medical, and it really sunk us. I was 41 years old and had a lot of success in my life, but because of this situation with the medical, we were in a really low spot. As soon as I saw the testimonials in Plexus, I ran with this company. I earned my first $300 within 10 days of making my purchase. So I actually only had the products in my hand for about a day before I helped my third friend. So the first two friends, I had not even tasted the product, and they already were ready to, or they put their orders in and were ready to go just based on the testimonials. And I never looked back. I dove straight in because I wanted time flexibility. I wanted to be able to travel, and I wanted unlimited income for the amount of effort that I was going to be putting into any career. And I wanted really low stress and back to that time flexibility. So what I had by 41 years old, I had figured out that the more money you were going to make, the more stress was involved and the more time was taken up out of your life. And this business provides you an incredible residual income that builds on itself. So even though you're putting in the same amount of hours each week, month over month, you are growing your business, and sometimes exponentially. And that paycheck is growing sometimes exponentially. A good example of this is the first month I went 6 figures was my 9th month in the business. And I went on vacation for I think just a week. No, I thought it was 2 weeks. I think it might have been, it was 1 or 2 weeks that month. So let's just say it was one, but I only worked 3 out of 4 weeks for sure in that month. And I got a $2,000 pay increase that month. Like, that never happened in anything else I had ever done up to the age of 41. And since that time frame, I've been provided a free vacation every year for 10 years. I've been able to take my children to Maui several times. I just flew my son down to Mexico in September last month. Our company took us down to Playa del Carmen, and then I flew my son in after that, and we went across to Cozumel and stayed for 5 days over in Cozumel. I've taken my children, and we have traveled the United States for 5 months at a time. We just recently were able to be in a financial position to be able to write an offer on a house across the street so that I could help my son get into a home, and then he was going to turn around and give us a land contract back. But it alleviated that problem with him having to get approved, right? Because we were able to do that for him. So I went from 13 cents in my bank account when I started to being able to have freedoms that provide huge, huge blessings to my family, and being able to give back to whatever I choose to give back to, right? Without having to think about it. a couple weeks ago, my son was home. I took him out for breakfast. Our breakfast bill was $38. We tipped the waitress $40 even. Like, blessing other people when in a time when most people are struggling in a big, big way. Those are all of the offerings that this business can provide you when you decide to take it much further than $300 to $500 in extra income. But I'll leave you with this. What are you willing to do to be uncomfortable for a little bit of time? Just like I started out, get uncomfortable for a little bit of time. We'll be holding your hands the whole way through, so that you can have a much more comfortable life within the next month, for instance, and beyond. So a little bit of discomfort in the beginning, learning something new, for a lot more comfort in the long run. That's what you're signing up for when you start to help and share with other people. If you are interested in figuring out at least what this looks like, dipping your toe in, earning that first $300, I want you to either message the person that invited you here, especially if somebody's watching the recording, or leave a message in the chat group. And we will be starting a new chat in the morning with tiny baby step pieces of information for you to follow, action steps for you to follow this week to help you earn that income this week. So if you're interested in that, you can comment below or message the person who invited you. And what do we have going on here? Okay. Mallory, you're an automatic winner for the Target card. And Liz Dunlap, I'm going to give you that $10 Amazon card. So those are our winners for tonight. Yes, awesome. I want to thank you all for your time. Sorry I ran over by a few minutes, and I hope you have a wonderful week. We hope to see every one of your faces in the chat tomorrow. Take care, you guys.
Bye. Thank you.